Greetings YouTube. Today we're going to talk about a power planer, specifically the Chicago Electric power planer from Harbor Freight. This is the 3¼ inch wide, 7.5 amp model. This is their heavy duty model. This is one step up from their base model. I probably would have bought their base model, but they didn't have any in stock. They had this in stock. It was $50 when I bought it. Not a deal breaker at all. And I was always very nervous about power planes because that's the idea of, you know, this very powerful spinning drum with two teeth in it. I'm not going to touch that because it's still plugged in, even though I'm not touching it at the power, the switch. I'm not taking any chances. So it's pretty simple. This is a kickstand. So if you want to put it down flat, you can put it down flat, and the blade will not be touching the surface. It's got a nice little ramp here to start it with. This is a rabbit foot, which I have not used for helping you do rabbits. I've never cut a rabbit in my life, but apparently this has that option. This is slide, allows you to get the width that you want. I didn't really pick a width. I just stuck it there because I didn't worry about it. The bag can actually move from side to side, so you push this in, slide the whole tube out, turn it around, put it back in. So depending on which side you want to use it on, depending with your right hand or left hand, or depending on the application you're in, the position you have to do it, you could very easily switch that if that's going to be a problem for you. And you could probably switch the rabbit foot and that, or just remove the rabbit foot, so you could switch everything onto that other side as well, which is a nice touch. Assembly required, no tools. There is a tool that comes with the kit that lets you take the blades off for their sharpening and for aligning. Again, this is the first time I've ever used a thing, so I don't have to do either sharpening or aligning. But the option is there and the tool's there. Instructions were very straightforward. Nothing, if you've ever used any kind of power tool, you'd be comfortable with this. I use an angle grinder so often I don't ever unplug it. It's always plugged into my shop. I use that often. And I realized if I can use an angle grinder, and I've used an angle grinder with cutting wheels, flap wheels, grinding wheels, with a wood removing wheel, and the wood removing wheel was a hell of a lot more dangerous than this planer. And this planer is not loud. It does a great job. I love it. It's super cool. I mean, I may only use this thing twice a year, but it's going to make my life so much easier. And now that I have it, I may come up with ideas that this will help me with that I would not otherwise have thought of. The real issue I have is it going to be holding things, because again, I'm not a real woodworker. I have a small woodworking vise here, but it's really too small for like this job here. So that's what I came up with, this two-stage process for myself. I don't do a lot of woodworking, but the fact that I now have this makes me happy, and it means that I will probably have options available to me in the future that I never had before. So I don't know if you guys are ever interested in buying one of these things, but as Adam Savage says, if you think you need a tool, if you've borrowed a couple of times, you want to have your own, buy the cheapest one you can find and use it. If you use it twice a year, stick with the cheap one. And if you find you're using it twice a week, go out there and buy the best quality one you can afford. So at the moment, I'm at the cheapest I can get stage, and that's what this is. $50 got me in the door, does exactly what I needed to do, and did it beautifully, did a wonderful job, and nice and clean. And I'm just very, very happy. This is going to make my project work so much easier than I'm working on at the moment. This board right there, along with some brethren, are going to go over there to that shelf and be shelves on that stand, which I'm currently putting together, which is going to be a material rack made out of 100% salvage material. The only thing I'm putting into this as far as money is concerned is the fasteners. I did buy this, but this will be useful in the future. So I don't regret this at all, and I don't really consider it part of the cost of the shelf. I just consider this increasing the versatility of my options when it comes to building things. So very happy. So go try it out. If you have a lot of experience with these kind of things, and you have any advice or you have any suggestions for me to go look at, like videos and stuff, I'm open to suggestions, because I would like to know how I can make the most out of this tool now that I have one.